might be.
Hello!
Hi.
Hi guys! How's it going and welcome to Drifters. My name is Hikaru, I'm the DM, and I also play Rito, the astromech, who has been left behind repairing the ship that these people nearly destroyed.
Mostly Hirani. Hi, I'm Zayo. I play Sabor, our Zabrak pilot and professional coward.
Hi, I'm Sho. I play Rasan, the Togrutan Slicer and former Neat.
And I'm Garmbreak1. I play Princess Tesavia Torkjail's daughter, and when I speak in character, I sound like this.
Alright, Hirani is not with us today, feeling under the weather, so she will be a broody, quiet character this session.
Denying the Force and everything.
So completely normal then.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Alright.
Yes? You guys successfully managed to grab everything that you were, and more, that you were asked to recover from the pirates. Got your justified revenge on the fact that you guys nearly lost your ship to them. Blew up their base and got away scot-free.
Apparently.
So you guys hit hyperspace, heading back towards Rusan. It's a short trip because it's just between systems. So it won't take, I'd say, maybe probably less than a day, honestly. I believe Tess and Dash disappeared once you guys were free of the system. And Hirani is probably just looking at her weapons and cleaning things up. Is there anything Savor or Rasan do?
Savor would want to take a look at Hirani's weapon. She doesn't want to keep it, but she wants to at least take a look at it because it's obviously been modded and she just wants to see if she recognizes the style of it at all.
Okay. So basically looking over the weapons you stole.
Fuck yeah. Because it's Savor.
Because it's Savor.
We stole weapons. I have to see if they're any good.
What about you, Rasan?
He's probably combing through that data pad with a fine-tooth comb, so to speak. I doubt he's gonna find anything more, but he likes being thorough, because, you know, he is also being particularly quiet.
The reason Rito has a +5 to his stealth is because he's a small droid.
Oh, size bonus.
Size bonus. Yep. I had to look that up. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you guys look through your respective goodies. God, you two have like your things you like to. The one collects weapons, the other collects
Data pads.
data pads. Well, I think we went over what the data pad had.
We did. He's probably organizing it too.
Yeah, there's no information about other bases, but there is information on like itineraries and ship information of the other pirate ships that were berthing in that hideout.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is crude encoded, by which I mean it's not that the data pad itself is encoded, but that the names and stuff are.
It's probably they use like shorthand and different kind of things that they know rather than actually encrypting it.
So like the names you have there are probably all false or like nicknames that they use for each of the captains and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
but you do get a general idea of like how many there are, what types of ships, the amount of crew, and the approximate areas where they tend to prey on freighter ships. There's also information on the fact that these pirates were working mostly, being very careful to work in locations that have low imperial presence.
Which is not surprising. The inn's
Including
probably-
one or two like notices of like, we're gonna stop patrolling this area because there's increased imperial
Oh,
attention, so we're gonna switch to this other place
do
because
they have like dates as well on that too? Like to keep track of when?
yeah, they'd probably have dates.
Okay.
So
'Cause that's actually some useful information.
yeah.
Cool.
Savor, they don't have anything fancy. Most of it is weapons that have gone through various different hands, and probably any mods have been kind of shoddy in your opinion.
Even that blaster carbine that Hirani was really interested in, that the boss guy had.
That would be an exception. That one's pretty well made. It is not one of yours, thankfully.
Because that would have been bad.
But you could probably trace it to somewhere in the hut systems.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly who it was, but yeah.
It wasn't one of Savor's works, at least.
Mm-mm.
Okay, good to know.
But yeah, that one's pretty well done, and you don't have any complaints about it, and Hirani's probably going to get quite a bit of use of that one.
Oh yeah. But as long as I make sure the mods aren't gonna like blow up in her face,
Yeah.
10 shots in.
Sigma did not do the maintenance on this. Okay, so that's that, and yeah, Tess and Dash just hang out together.
Cough,
Yep.
cough, hang out.
There is something, that he does when you guys eventually get a moment to like talk, and aren't busy doing something else. He does kind of like interrogate Tess curiously about her whole deal, because the first time they spoke, she was keeping the fact that she was a princess a secret. But now he's like, well, he's seen the holos about her being kidnapped and how they paint her as this like dainty princess who got kidnapped by the scary Red Zabrak, and that's obviously not true. So he's like, he wants the real story.
She tells him pretty much the truth in fairly abridged form.
Does she leave out the Jedi part?
Well, she's already mentioned, because she's an idiot, that she's force sensitive to him when they were in the apartment back then.
But
Oh, the part about Plet.
Yes.
Is where you're getting at here.
That's why I said Jedi, not Force.
Yes. Well, when she said the Force is her ally, she said she heard that from Plet, so that kind of blows that.
Wookiee noises in the background.
Face palm, double face palm.
She's just gonna skip over that unless it directly comes up. I mean, Savor also drew a crap ton of attention to the situation there by being like, make sure you don't tell anybody what you see there.
Yeah, she did tell that to Dash, didn't she? Did
Yeah.
she? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, she did.
Because she's been screaming at me all week as Savor towards Dash that he can't, but I wasn't sure if she did that in session.
Yeah, no, she
quiet about
she
where
definitely
they picked up
did.
the speeders.
But we
Well,
had to
dropped
go
off the speeders.
all the way there to pick up the ship. was the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So just keep fucking quiet about where we go to pick up our shit.
Dash isn't the most clever boy, but I think he's gonna put 2 and 2 together.
Maybe. Okay, so you don't mention basically Belsavis and
Yeah.
that part. Okay,
Yeah, like literally nothing about Belsavis.
right. So you leave Belsavis out of this. And that
Yeah.
does that mean she talks about the Jedi Temple and the Sith complex?
The Sith complex is probably a bad thing to mention. Yeah, she's gonna skimp on the details for a lot of that kind of stuff.
Right. So just
Like,
like, yeah, I
he
didn't
seems like
get
a
kidnapped,
decent...
blah blah blah.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
second round.
Okay. Right, of course. It took me a moment. Give me a perception check before that second round.
Okay, I was gonna ask if I took a penalty.
Oh shit. Holy. I did not expect that high. Give me a second. Ash, where are you?
I hope he doesn't turn out to be like a Commodore agent or something.
What now? Oh god. Well, I probably needed a nat 20 to beat that perception. Okay. As you're finishing your conversation, or maybe towards the end of the conversation, Tess, actually, I'd say it was towards the end of the conversation. Tess notices that Dash kind of goes to grab his data pad and kind of plays with it and then puts it away before going like seconds.
Gonna ask him what was up with that first.
I was just checking to see if my crew had contacted me before we hit hyperspace.
Well, I don't really have much of a reason to doubt him.
Looks like they're just busy because I didn't get anything, so whatever. I'll contact them when we get back. Do you think Savor would let me
Tess
use
is,
the
I guess-
comms, the ship's comms?
I really don't.
Why not?
I forgot to key up my voice.
Voice changer before that. She can be a little touchy
Mm,
in a bad way.
well, if I contact my crew, they might know where to, take the supplies. They might have
We should
information.
probably just we should probably just bring them back to Gavarl and see what he wants done.
All right, fine. Whatever. I think we still have another couple of hours before we get out of hyperspace, shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Fade to black.
All right. So you guys have an uneventful ride back to Rusan, which is kind of getting to become
Ride.
your home base. It's a better ride for some than others.
Anyway, moving on, please.
All right, you guys jump out of hyperspace.
Oh god!
Sorry, we drop out of hyperspace?
Oh god. You drop out of hyperspace, and you're contacted by the local government as you approach.
I mean, we just do this. Fuck. We should Should we be landing in the landing bay that Rusan has, or should we be going out to where we were?
Well, they're contacting us, so we have to deal with that first.
Yes, but we would have figured out where the fuck we're going.
Yes.
Did
That's fine.
Gavarl tell us where we were meeting him? Where he wanted us to meet him when we got back? Because that would he would have probably
didn't-
told us that.
He didn't specify.
Lovely.
He probably just said to contact him once you got back.
Well, we have to deal with the government contacting us.
They just want to know what you're doing. Like
Okay.
you're in space above their planet. They want to know, traffic control.
Yeah.
Fairly standard.
So should we just be landing in the hangar that Rusan has, or no? Because we're gonna have to tell them where we're going and if we're gonna need a spot.
I mean, it would probably make more sense to do that, but that's up to
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, it would. So we should.
Just tell them refueling and dropping off supplies, basically.
Yep.
Okay. So you're given.
Well, you could just tell them that you're
Refueling.
going to the archaeological site out there. 'Cause
I
it
mean,
has
that's-
been mentioned before.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But you guys, do you
We
want
have
do
to
that?
give this. We have to.
No, that'll
drop
probably
off the
raise some more
supplies anyways.
eyebrows. Yeah, that'll probably raise some more eyebrows to tell them that we're going out there again.
We
I mean,
have
this
to
ship
drop off
That's where
hasn't
the
been
same ship landed last time.
Right.
Refueling
Well,
is
I will
probably
point
a
out
big
that
issue, though.
this ship hasn't been refueled in a while either.
Yeah.
So
So
We're gonna have to
refueling
refuel
definitely.
anyways.
Then, all right.
okay.
Somebody other than me can do it this time though, because I don't have the cash that I used to.
Got cut off from Daddy.
No, I had to repair a ship.
All right,
know we
so you
want
guys are
that.
given a berth and in the hangar of the main. I mean, there's only one
Yeah.
spaceport on this
Mhm.
planet. There's only basically one
Okay.
place.
So we're probably going to wind up contacting Gavarl and
I
letting him know
figured
that we're
Rasan
on.
can do that.
Yeah, he's probably just going to send him a quick message to let him know that we're back.
Okay. He asks for where you're gonna land and that he'll meet you there.
Yep. Well, Rasana's going to tell him what berth and all that junk.
Okay. So you guys land. I mean, it's no issue landing.
Standard shit.
Yep. No problems there. You're not under attack. No stress. No thousand-year
For once in our
things to break
lives.
down.
Mhm.
And when you land, there is your cousin, uncle,
Mhm.
and he is with the Duros from Dash's crew.
While they're landing, Savora's gonna look at Dash and be like, "So, did you tell your crew you were following us to go get all the supplies back, or did you sneak off on your own without telling them?"
I let them know. I didn't ask for permission. I don't ask for permission to do these things. I'm a grown man and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Oh god, I'm picking that up from you already.
Oh god, Sora's a smirk on her face at this. I was asking because I want to know if your crew's gonna wonder where the fuck you've been. That's all. Yeesh. Calm down, kid.
Not a kid. Also, of course I let my crew know where I am. It's not like they were going anywhere. Their ship had needed repairs too. Probably preferred me being with you guys than being underfoot there because I'm no good with mechanics.
I know I should have preferred you.
Yeah, see?
Ugh. So we land, and we might as well go meet Cavarl.
Yep, Gavril is waiting for you guys off the ship. He looks the ship over. It's like, well, that's an interesting fire spray.
We have interesting friends.
You all seem quite young to have 2 ships. How did you get this second ship?
That's a good question.
Savor's pretty old.
I am not.
We're not
that
all young.
old.
She's like 60?
It's 25.
Oh, sorry, 70. Right, yes.
Ugh.
Right. So you not get okay, that's fine. Fair enough. How did it go? How much supplies did you recover?
You want to
Oh.
come look? The ship's full of supplies.
Sure, show me.
Okay. Savora will take
And
him
none
into
of us
the
had to
ship
get
and show.
hospitalized.
What?
And none of
Was
us
that-
had to get hospitalized.
Yeah. None of you were that bad, were you? Did anyone
Nope.
there was
Well, there was
probably
Hirani.
enough. Cause yeah, Hirani was pretty hurt.
She was probably patching herself up and resting while we.
Oh, right. That was a day in hyperspace. So should we have?
No,
Had a
not a
rest?
day.
Oh, okay.
It was maybe like 5 hours. You could have trounced if you wanted to.
Rasan probably would have when he wasn't organizing the data pads.
I don't think Tess had time to trounce though.
Mm.
But yeah, Savor or Rasan could have trounced.
Yeah,
That
Savor
gains us back
probably
our
would have.
level in health.
If we get a full 4 hours trouncing, we're actually up to full health.
Oh, cool.
That depends on if you spent because it was a 5-hour trip. So if you spent 1 hour looking at stuff and then 4 hours trouncing, then yes.
Okay.
How much is it if we didn't for the whole?
Well, it depends on how long. It was a 5-hour trip. It's up to you how long you spent looking at stuff and how long you spent.
Sephora probably trounced for like 3 hours. She would have wanted to be ready to
Hmm.
land the ship and stuff early. So
Yeah. Just give me a force check. I mean, it's what, 15
Yeah, 15 is the.
trounce? It's just
10.
So we both have to.
10?
10 is the DC.
It's
Okay.
10.
Then you
Oh.
probably are fine.
I could crit fail and I wouldn't
Yeah.
get a 10. So he's aboard looking at all the supplies that we got.
He goes aboard with Swar to see the supplies. Dash goes over to Venus and starts talking to him under like quietly.
Uh-oh. How quietly? And does he look urgent when he's talking to him?
No, it looks kind of like, 2 friends that are meeting up and he's being like, hey, so I survived.
Yeah, Rasan's oh god, Rasan's learning from Savor. He's paranoid about this.
Tess is
He's kinda,
gonna
like, glancing
ask
at
Avarl
it.
if he if he got that gambling chip back for her.
Oh, yes. We did get it back. Leela has it, so you'll have to ask her for it.
Alright, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate the help that you and your team have done for us.
We're always happy to recover food or medical supplies, or both, from pirates.
That's good to know.
Sephora gives her a little glare at this.
So, Rasan, you're trying to sneak up on this conversation
No,
between 2 friends?
not really sneaking up. He's kind of sidling up, looking, because he's going to actually probably give the Duros the information he found about different empire, like why they were staying away from different areas and that kind of stuff. But he's also just keeping an ear open as he approaches.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you start sidling up, and like they're talking, and they kind of notice that you're coming up to them, and by the time you get an earshot of what they're talking about, he's like, "Yeah, they're really good at it. I mean, you should have seen Tess fight."
I'm
Oh.
probably gonna snort a little bit about that.
But no, really, all of them were pretty good. I mean, there was a lot of pirates in there, and I don't know, like it was. Oh, hi, Rasan.
Hi. I just figured that I should share a bit of the extra wealth. I've found a few things on these on a datapad that we got from the pirates, and it's talking about different routes that the pirates had, so maybe you could avoid it in different areas that they avoided because of increased presence, if you get my meaning.
Ah, yes, that would be interesting information for us. Hold on. And he gets his data pad out and
Yeah,
has you
Rasan is
transfer.
going. Yep, he's going to transfer it.
Much appreciated.
No problem. I also included a bit of inventory on what supplies we did recover as well, in case you need the actual.
So you guys got the supplies, and now, well, we'll switch that over to our ship. But I mean, are you guys interested in doing more with that, or you think this is it?
More with what?
Well, these supplies need to be delivered.
Sure enough, I guess we'll have to talk to Savor about it, but
I'm sure there's maybe we could help with that, but this is humanitarian work, so we could probably cover costs, but there's not much to be gained besides, the thanks of the people that need those supplies. But it might be a good idea to split the cargo and not have it all on one ship.
I don't know about them, but I wouldn't mind it.
Well, maybe you can help convince your captain.
Oh, Rita won't be the problem. Savor.
Right, Rito's your captain. That is so. That's just a name, right? It's not like your astromike is your captain for real. Is that just what you tell the astromike so that he feels?
No, he's a captain and a part of the crew. He was the one who was on the ship first.
Right, you take orders from an astromike.
Well, not like that, but. And Rasan is just kind of grinning at the whole
Dash is
situation.
also kind of like snickering beside
Yep.
Venice, because Venice is like,
Yep.
right, that's an odd combination there. You guys are an odd group.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so Gavarl goes through things. He seems pretty impressed at the fact that you not only got the food, but got some supplies and backed up.
Mhm.
He turns to Savor and says, well, this is more than I could have hoped for. Did you have any troubles with the pirates?
None of us died, if that's what you mean.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't immediately see your gunner, Twi'lek.
Oh, she got
buddy.
her ass handed to her, so she's resting right now. But she survived.
That's good. I'm glad. You weren't followed or anything?
Question. Did Rasan tell us he blew up the base?
Yeah, he said that he had to do a stall tactic, and that was probably what he implied by it.
Okay. I want to make sure. Savor thinks for a second, is like, well, I mean, they're pretty distracted with the mess we left behind, so I don't think anyone would have followed us.
Oh? What mess did you leave behind?
I don't think they'll be able to recover much from their little hideaway anymore.
Okay. Well, that's good. So there were survivors, though.
None that saw us.
Interesting. All right. Well, the Guido's crew will help take these things to their hangar. I believe your ship is halfway repaired.
Well, at least it's closer to being repaired, which is good. I'll have to check in on that.
I did help with some work and parts for you, so as part payment for this help. And he also holds up a credit chip.
Sword takes it, nods to him, says, "Thank you, and thank you for helping with our ship as well. It took quite a beating before."
Yeah, I saw that. So are you interested in helping deliver these supplies?
I'll admit, not really, but I have a feeling everyone else would want to.
Well, I can pay for the refueling of this ship if you want to go. If you agree to go, I mean.
If you're going to refuel the ship, it does need refueling. And then I don't have to deal with the kids complaining about not going to deliver all the supplies. I guess we could.
I mean, it would be a low danger job.
That would be a nice change. I guess we can do that. I'd prefer a low danger job for once.
Good. Then I'll arrange for a full refuel and supplies for the ship. And we'll split the cargo half and half, just in case.
Well, it's better safe than sorry anyways. They did get attacked once already.
Exactly. Though I'm sure that if you travel at least part way together, that would also help put off any other bandits who want to try.
True enough.
All right then. I will send you the coordinates to your ship's database, and I'll go see about the refueling and resupplying.
Okay, thank you. I'll let the others know about this. I don't think they'll complain much.
Hopefully they don't. I have high hopes for your red-headed friend. And he turns and starts walking off the ship.
Apparently someone does at least.
So where was Tess for all this? Was she with them?
She's looking for Leela to get her hands on that gambling chip.
Okay, so you went to the other hangar where the ships are.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not that, it's the same spaceport, so it's only a couple of hangars down, and Leela is... You find her repairing your ship alongside Rito.
Tess is
I wave and go, "Hi, Leela. Hi, Rito." I think I keyed my voice changer too soon there. Oops. I see you have my gambling chip.
Hey, Tess! How'd everything go? I see you're alive.
I didn't get shot to death. Yeah, it's amazing.
Great! How's Savor?
Equally alive. She shot some people in the face and she seemed pretty jazzed about that, so,
It's always good when you don't get shot at. I do have something
Well,
for
we got
you.
shot at.
Well, of course. It's a pirate base. It's to be expected. She rummages in her pocket and brings out the chip and flips it your way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was some pretty impressive work at the hospital.
of stuff.
Poor Venus. Got she starts laughing. Well, he tried posing as your husband, and that didn't go very well for him.
Yeah, but I feel a little bad about that. But, yeah, I got nothing. Yeah.
Well, luckily there is a female on this crew, so I was able to go and get your stuff back. I actually did get your your clothing back, so that's in the hold. It's been cleaned and fixed. Though I do think you look better in the clothes you've got now.
Yeah, this jacket is amazing. I feel bad for whoever used to own it, because this is sweet. Whoever designed this is a genius.
I believe it was picked out for you specifically, so that's new. And yeah,
That's
it
good.
does look good on you. I'm glad. You look a lot better. You look more like, the star of a holovid.
Yeah, like a hollow novel about the spice trade, swashbuckling. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It's a pity you have to keep, the hair kind of hidden in the hood, but still, the hood looks good.
Yeah. It integrates quite nicely with the rest of it.
Well, your ship's looking pretty well, especially with the extra help from Gavarl. But we'll still need some time. You probably have time to grab that. I don't know what my crew is going to be up to, but our ship is fixed already, so we're good to go.
Yeah, historically bad things happen when members of our crew go off alone for long periods of time. So I'm probably gonna get somebody to come with me to cash this in. But yeah, we'll absolutely do that. Thank you again for retrieving it.
Yep, no problem. I understand what you mean. I'm hoping Dash didn't get into too many issues.
Oh no, he did just fine. He's a great
Good.
guy.
Good. You two getting along then?
There was a notable pause there.
That's great news. Well, at least he wasn't here getting under our getting into trouble here, because he tends to get, bored easily. And then bad things happen.
I noticed. He's quite energetic.
Yeah, so thanks for keeping him busy.
My pleasure.
Alright, so she goes back to repairing the ship.
Alright, this is gonna head
Oh
off to
God.
go find the rest of her crew.
Oh man.
So Savora and Garal come out of the ship, and Rasan, you're there with the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Gavarl nods to them and says, well, you may as well start taking at least half of this to your ship. And then probably you guys are probably going to need a day to recover before leaving.
I would appreciate a day because I want to take over the Phoenix, and I still have to keep my agreement with my friend looking at their ship's weapons.
Very well. So tomorrow morning you leave for the coordinates I gave you.
Yep.
Good.
And Spora's gonna go over to Rasan because she figures she'll explain everything to him.
Yep. Yeah. So Gavarl gets a call on his comm, and I have to take this. And he turns to leave.
So, Rasan,
Yes.
up for delivering some of this shit tomorrow?
course. I'm surprised it take much effort to convince you.
He offered to refuel the ship.
Yeah, what else? Wait.
Some supplies.
Wait, let me guess. He also probably said it was a low combat job.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd rather have one damn week where we don't get shot at. Thank you very much. That's so much to ask for.
You know, you just jinxed us, right?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm well aware of that. But I mean, it was going to happen anyways.
Well, I'm hoping at least.
And I decided to keep low expectations. Less chances of being disappointed.
And more chances of being pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. About how I live my life. So we have a day at least.
Cool.
I know Tess is going to want to go cash in that chip of hers.
And maybe suck on Dash's face a little more.
What?
Really?
Dash is right there.
I'm glad that's where that ended. I wasn't sure where that was.
Yeah, well, Rasana's kind of giving Dash this, like, narrow-eyed smirk. It's a small ship, you realize.
Our son's jealous.
No,
And he has
Rasana's teasing
echolocation.
Dash. That too.
What? Jealous, Rasan? Did you think Tess was gonna, do anything with you?
I'd have more chances with you than with her, and he's gonna just pat him on the shoulder and grin.
Well, it's good that you know that.
Rasan's gonna roll his eyes.
Can I
He's
trust
actually-
you not to get into trouble, Rasan?
Rasan's gonna give her this look like, who? Me? Blink.
Yes,
blink.
you.
Would I
I want to
really?
go check on the Phoenix, and I'd like to know you're not going to blow anything up here.
Hey.
2 times now.
Yeah, well, this time it was to stop people from following us out.
Yes, and the first time you destroyed what would be a perfectly good base, so I'm still bitter about that.
Yeah, you're bitter about a lot of stuff.
Well, yes, it's in my personality. Just stay out of trouble, please.
I'll try, but no promises.
Hey, Rasan, why don't you help us move the containers?
Sure. He's actually really looking forward to taking a look at their ship now that he actually has the chance to, considering that it used to be his mother's.
Okay. So they start moving containers, and Tess, you make your way back as they're, starting that.
All right. Tess is gonna walk up to Savor since they probably run into each other, like as Savor's headed out.
Probably. She is heading to the
Hi,
Phoenix.
Smart.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Did you get your chip?
I did. I need to go into town to cash it, and I know you don't like it when I go off on my own, so I was wondering if you'd come with me. You won't want me to get, kidnapped by like a bounty hunter or something. That could be bad.
God damn it, I wish Lee was here, because Savor would suggest her going with Hirani.
Hirani is still there, so you can ask Hirani to go with her.
True.
She's pretty grievously injured.
Yeah, she was pretty in a bad way.
How injured was she?
She was pretty bad.
I'm guessing basically when we got to the ship, she was gonna rest, so.
She's not condition tracked, but yeah, she's less than half hit points.
Damn it.
I mean, she's got 24 of 77.
Damn.
Yeah.
She has a lot more than we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Savor just checks to make sure Tess is hiding all of her red hair and she doesn't look like the runaway princess. And then it's like, sure, we can go do that. It won't take too long anyways.
Yay, thanks, Samor.
No problem. I actually appreciate you pointing out you shouldn't go by yourself.
Well, if I do it now, I don't have to listen to you complain later.
That is very true. So
So
we'll
what'd
head
you
out
learn
and go
from your
get...
talk with Gamaro?
Pardon?
What'd you learn from your talk with Gamaro?
Tomorrow we're gonna go deliver half of the supplies to where they belong.
Oh, cool. That sounds like something that'll be nice and simple.
Yeah, that's why I accepted it, and he was willing to fill up the ship.
See,
Let's
doing
just go
good things
get
for
your...
people always pays off.
Anyways, let's just go get your chip cashed in, because then I want to go and take Phoenix.
Alright. Grumpy horns.
Will you ever stop calling me that?
Probably not now.
Okay, so we're gonna go and get Tessa's chip cashed in.
Hell yes. Do we get shot at by gangsters on the way?
You do not get shot at by gangsters on the way. You make it
Nice.
to the gambling place in one piece. No one shoots at you. You get your money. I hope you remember how much it was, because I don't.
5,000.
Yeah, it was a shit ton.
Speaking
Sabor did win.
I almost.
of money, the chip that you got, Savor, has 10,000 on it.
Okay. Sweet, that can be used for refueling and supplies for the fucking ship when we need it.
Yep. So you get your chips back, and when they see Savor, the guy's like, "Well, are you planning to enter anytime soon? There's a lot of people who wanna, bet on you now."
Not at this point.
It's a pity. That was a fun race
Probably
there.
someday soon.
It's always good to have some new blood in the races.
The race was fun, but I don't know if I'll be doing that again for a while.
Suit yourself.
Maybe if we get low on money at any point.
So you guys go back.
Yep,
No issues.
I'm shocked.
Can't all be high stakes
So
here.
am I.
Yes, I'm well aware of that, but at the same time, I'm still shocked.
I mean, considering who you're with, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, people in the area around the race track kind of are more interested in Savor because Savor was the winner of the race, and they're like, "Hey, it's you." But other than that, yeah.
Yeah. And Savor wants to leave immediately because that keeps happening.
Mhm.
It's like, screw that. I don't want this attention. Go away.
Tess chuckles knowingly.
What?
Wonder what it's like having all that attention on you that you don't want. Isn't it great? It's terrible.
No, it's awful. It's all your fault, I'd like to point out.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the ship.
Yeah, let's get back. So we head back to the Phoenix. Yay!
And nothing bad happens.
Somehow.
Stop saying that in such an ominous tone!
It's her. She does it on purpose. I'm used to it.
Why wouldn't I? It makes you guys so nervous.
Exactly. That's why I'm not shocked.
Alright, so you guys come back and the boys are still moving crates. There's only a certain amount of hands on for that. Rasan was helping,
Mm-hmm.
and then on their side they've got Dash and Venus helping. The Rhodian captain is not around, and Leela is working on the ship.
Yeah, Savor's heading to the ship.
Okay, so you head to the ship. Leela waves. Savor! How's everything going?
Well, we're not dead.
That's great news.
Yes. How's the ship doing?
Ship's doing fine. Take another 2 days to get it running. Probably another day to get it, top shape.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. Thank you for all of your help.
You still owe me something.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Good.
I have basically the rest of the day, so
Oh.
do
Okay.
you want me to take a look?
Yeah. So you spend the day doing that
Yep.
and probably, hanging out with Leela.
Yes. Probably complaining about some of the stupid shit that's happened in the last while to her.
Yeah.
Just so done with everything and actually having someone to rant to feels nice.
You can ask him.
All right, well, then while they're doing that, Rasan, who is not very good at making small talk, will in fact ask Venice if he was around when the previous owner of this ship was also around.
Yes. I was newer, but I was around.
Really? And then he's gonna look kind of more awkward than normal and be like, what was she like? I mean, and what was her name? He's trying not to look so eager, but he probably looks incredibly pathetically eager.
Nice weather today. Did you know my mom? Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Expecting that it was pretty obvious that you were going to ask about your mom at some point. I don't have her name down.
Of course not.
Because why would I have your name down? Wow, they added more name things too. But they still...
The name generator is annoying.
Yes, it is.
How about Zarla?
Ugh.
Okay, my browser just crashed.
Oh, that's lovely.
Zarla? I don't know, what do you think, Sho?
Yeah, man.
Zarla works.
I guess.
Well, her name was Zarla. She was a pretty strict captain, but really liked danger.
Rasan's just kind of like
She
grin a
seemed
bit.
happiest when we were in mortal peril.
Oh,
Especially if that peril came from, like big monsters.
oh. Rasan is going to totally bug him for stories about his mom. He never actually is gonna come right out and say that it's his mother, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be able to pass a deception check to not make it obvious if he tried.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah,
Just
it definitely
your
is
your
obvious.
awkwardness about the whole thing.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Like I said, he wouldn't be able to pass a deception check at it if he tried, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah. He like understands the awkwardness of like this mother that you obviously don't know about. So he doesn't like he doesn't ask either. Like he just assumes that yeah, that's the reason you're so interested. And kind of tells you what he can. Him and the captain know her. So between you guys moving, Dash is 18 years old. He's only 2 years older than you. I think Dash gets it. Maybe not immediately, but like just watching Rastan's eagerness at the stories, it's like, yeah, there's got to be some family connection there. He keeps to like general like adventures they went on.
So no actual real details, but that's all right.
I mean, like details in terms of like, yeah, that time that they nearly got eaten by a sarlacc, or the time they found these ruins and they were haunted, and like,
Oh God, Rasan's gonna cringe as soon as he mentions that, and look away and be like, "Oh, those kinds of things."
oh, you've had your own adventures with haunted ruins?
Some. I kind of want to. Oh God, she does.
She
I
does.
am concerned. Rasan is just like, oh, yeah, yeah.
We didn't want to go anywhere near there, but she kept insisting we had to make sure there were no Sith relics that needed to be recovered.
Where? Generally, I don't need details because I don't want it to.
That was near Korriban, actually.
Oh God, would Rasan recognize the whole thing about Korriban? Because it's like, oh, if he did, he'd be
No,
like, nah.
it's not common knowledge. I don't even know if Korriban is the name it has now. I think it's Moraband.
Oh, okay. Well, because Rasan is like, okay, mental note, don't go there.
Yeah, we did end up finding a Sith artifact there. Got taken back to the Jedi Temple.
Oh man.
So yeah.
And
He keeps to like that kind of adventures and stuff. He just doesn't talk about like, even if you ask, he kind of shies away about like talking too much about Jedi being involved with them, or about her like love life in general.
but I'm pretty sure Rasan was skirting away from that too, just because ew.
Okay.
I don't want to know how my mother met my father or who else my mother was with before she was with my father. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he doesn't go into details about that. I have a feeling she did both.
Yeah, I kind of, yeah.
Blaster and Vibroblade.
Rasan is going to hesitate even more and be like, I don't suppose you have anything of hers, do you? Aside from the ship.
No, it's been a while. I mean, yeah, the ship itself.
Well, I'm not going to ask for that. That'd be... He just gives him this look like, I'm not dumb.
Yeah, no, it's been years, so. Now, if we're gonna do this whole trip together, you could always ride with us if you wanted to.
He's gonna give a bit of a grin at that and be like, I'm sure,
I'm sure
that could
Dash
be
here wouldn't
arranged."
mind going with your crew. He seems to have taken a liking to Tess.
Just don't get too distracted, Dash.
Suddenly you hear Savor cursing in the background.
Oh, I know. That's why Rasan's like grinning even wider at this. Because she's like, oh god, she's gonna hate this so hard.
When Dash hears this name, he's like, "What? What? Yeah, sure. I'm up for that."
Rasan is just like grinning widely at this. Excellent. Make sure not to tell Savor before we leave, because then she'll have a panic attack.
Done. We'll switch places right before we take off. Are you guys using the fire spray or?
Well, our ship isn't gonna be ready for a couple days, so yeah, probably.
All right. It's a pity. I want to see Tess's actual bunk. Anyways,
I'm sure there will be time for that later. Smirk.
all right. So you guys have a pretty chummy day catching up with the other crew and repairing the ship. Anything in particular you guys want to do?
Not really.
Not really.
Though
I
if
told you
Savor,
what Savor's
Nothing
gonna
we're
be
vital
doing.
need.
though if
of.
Savor did actually ask Rasan for a datapad, he would spend some time reformatting one so she could have it.
Yeah, Savor would have asked Rasan being like, hey, like a dozen data pads
Not
Can
that many
I-
yet, but yeah.
yet.
Life goals.
Just like Savor doesn't have a dozen.
Oh, she
weapons.
does.
Don't suppose there'd be anything in the meantime you might be able to do to, say, increase the efficiency of a heavy blaster or something?
I mean, maybe.
I'm not gonna- Because I'm not going to ask you for creds or anything for this datapad, even though it's worth at least 2,000. But at least some maintenance on a heavy blaster to maybe make it less likely to jam or give it a little extra oomph.
While you're talking, I'm literally looking up exactly what she'd be able to do.
Oh, I know, but Rasan is saying this to her, just take conversation as well. Ooh, we also might want to do something about that dark vision goggle set that we have. Maybe
Okay,
make it so
well-
that Tess isn't completely blind when we go in low light.
Well, I mean,
situations.
I'd only have time to work on one thing today, so would you rather?
I'd rather me.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I'm not that.
It's never gonna
selfish.
happen.
It will eventually, as long as we remember to do it.
Poor Tess.
Remembering to do it is going to take a while.
Okay, his weapon.
It's a heavy blaster.
How much does it cost? Because this will determine how long it'll take to mod it.
Good question. I have to actually get to the weapons, damn it. Come on, heavy blaster. Where the fuck are you?
Is it a heavy?
It's a heavy
repeating?
blaster pistol. Repeating.
Pistol. Sorry, I was looking at the
It's a
heavy.
pistol. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a pistol.
But is it just
It's a heavy
okay,
blaster pistol.
blaster pistol? Okay. 750.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because okay, so that would cost me 1,000 credits to mod it, and it would only take a day.
Neat.
So, Savor looks at his weapon for a second. He's like, "So what exactly would you want? I mean, I can make it have, I can make it more accurate. It could do more damage. What are you thinking?"
Well, you're the modder, and you've seen me use it. I wouldn't mind it to do more damage, but
Yeah, but that only works if you're actually gonna hit.
yep. So let's start with accuracy and then worry about damage.
Okay. Savord would be willing to work on it to basically improve its accuracy.
Cool.
Let's see. It would be, I'm looking at this right now so I can tell Karu. It would be a DC 20 mechanics check.
Okay.
So if Savor would work on this, she would totally work on it in the workshop on the Phoenix. That gives a +2, right?
Yes.
Ah, shit. I hit the wrong button. Hang on. Cancel that. So +2. I would like to point out.
That was with a 9, I know.
No, with the workshop, I have a +19 to my mechanics check.
Yup, that's like how on the fires, or how on the ship, Rasan has a +19 to his use computers checks.
Yeah. So basically how it works, Show, is it has improved accuracy, so it has a +1 equipment bonus on attack rolls.
Neat. Cool. Awesome. And Rasan is going to spend the rest of his time just reformatting a datapad and making it as efficient as he can get it.
I will also say one other thing. The market value of the modified item is equal to the base cost of the item plus double the cost of the modifications made to it.
So it's a
It
lot.
cost 1,000 credits to do this mod. So
2,750.
Awesome.
yeah, so now this thing's a lot more pricey.
Cool. Neat.
Great. Well, Savor finally got to mod something.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Great.
now she also has that extra bonus to mechanics, so it helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, the shit I can
That's the only
enhance
mod
for
that you
droids
can-
is awesome.
It's the only mod that you can put on that without doing some other stuff to it, isn't it?
Probably.
You probably would need extra
Yeah.
parts to do the extra damage dice.
Probably.
Well, yeah.
Well-
There's some things you would have to do to it.
Mm-hmm. So Rasan will hand her that datapad once he's done with it. So I'm
Sweet.
going to mark that off of my inventory, and you can mark that on yours.
Which one did you clear out?
It was just one of my normal datapads.
Okay.
I have 3 of those.
God damn, how do you end up with so many data pads?
That's what he
Because-
looks for.
Yeah.
I have those 3. I have my original datapad. I have the decrepit datapad, and I have the pirates datapad.
Savor collects weapons. Rasan collects data pads.
Uh-huh. He's probably modding them
Tess
each to
steals
do
fiber
different
blades
things
from
too.
people.
That reminds me, the next time that we wind up modding a weapon, it's going to have to be Tess's.
Yes.
I mean, that is
More
true.
damage.
Well, first,
I will
more
say,
accuracy.
the weapon deals +2 points of damage with the successful hit. If the weapon has a damage multiplier, apply the extra damage before applying the multiplier. That's how it works.
Okay, so it's an additional 2 damage, you said?
Yes.
And a multiplier, how do you do that?
No, that's just for ship.
Yeah, that's if I say up to a weapon on a ship, because ships
Oh.
have a multiplier attached.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So the extra damage is just on mine, but it's not the multiplier.
There's no multiplier in yours. It just says that if there is a multiplier, the addition goes before
Okay.
multiplying the
Okay.
damage.
Cool.
And that'd be if she updated the damage of it. You don't have.
Just a test roll.
Wait, yeah. So you don't have the plus to damage, does she?
No,
Does he?
he just has the bonus to attack.
Oh, well then why did you say...
No, she was just saying it. As,
Well,
Okay.
that's what I would do for Tess. The weapon damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Also,
just got the
some-
+1 to attack.
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
was a
Oh
pretty low.
god, the enhancements I can do to droids are awesome. Basically, I can increase their dex, int, or strength by 2.
We're gonna have to do that with Rito.
Nice.
Rita wouldn't mind being more intelligent
And more dexterous,
and more dexterous.
because that means he'd be less likely to get hit. Oh, that reminds me. Did we ever give Rito an actual blaster pistol? Or does he still have the holdout?
I believe he still has the holdout.
Yeah.
Okay. Rasan is also gonna, when he gives Savor the data pad, he's gonna hand over the regular blaster pistol he has and be like, I know it's not gonna happen yet, but make sure that you add this to Rito so that he's not just fighting with a holdout blaster.
Don't worry, I'm planning to fix
We
them
did
up
promise.
a bit better. Oh,
Yep.
I know. Problem is
Okay.
getting that to fit properly.
Well, you'll figure something out. I'm
Oh,
sure
yes,
you're
I
good with
will.
it. Okay, cool. So that's that.
So now Rasan has a modded weapon by Savor.
Oof, oof, oof.
You are lucky.
Oh, yes, he's lucky. He's excited, too.
All right. So, does Tess have anything particular she wants to do during the day?
Hi, Dash.
Not really. I mean, no, not really.
Okay.
She knows that going off on her own is only going to end badly, and her body still hurts from getting shot a bunch. Yeah, no. Maybe meditate at some point in there after all the cargo's loaded up. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah. Get back up to
Can't
full.
really practice sword fighting because she spent the entirety of yesterday sword fighting.
Need some time to recover.
Yeah, she went through a lot of fairly strenuous physical activity the day before.
Yeah. But hey, you guys survived.
Yep.
Somehow.
All right.
Yay.
How long does the Rasan's mods take?
It says a day. That's why I'm asking. I don't know how badly damaged it was.
Wait, the mods to it? For his weapon?
No,
His weapon.
something else.
something
Oh.
else. Give me a mechanics check.
With or without the +2?
You're in the Phoenix, so with the
Okay.
+2.
What?
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's why I asked if I'd have enough time.
You take a look at it, but you're already distracted in your head with what you want to do with
Okay, I'll work on that later then.
yeah.
Worth a shot, I figured I'd ask. The fact a crit fail is a 20 is still horrifying to me.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Okay.
I'll have to fix that later then.
Yep.
So that's what Swer's going to be doing all day.
All right. So, Tess, what did you do? Helped around where you could, basically?
Yeah. And then, after everybody went their separate ways, I guess, yeah, meditated, force transed, all that fun stuff.
Okay. All right. So you guys got some downtime. Recover from your wounds, and Hirani does also heal quite a bit. She does not know how to trance, so she's gonna have to do regular healing, which probably won't put her up to full health.
Not even close.
What is it?
It's your level per day.
Just your level per day.
Think so. That's what natural healing is.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well,
The
To be
optimal
honest-
combat strategy in this game is don't get hit,
yep.
Yep. All right.
or get some sweet damage soak.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that if Rasan thought that she would let him, he'd offer to help. but also pretty sure she wouldn't want him to really, because all that wiggy stuff.
No. If anything, she might ask Tess for some actual medical help after they have rest,
Mhm.
because she had already had medpack used on her the day before. But considering a new day, she'd probably go to Tess and see if Tess can help, heal her a bit more with another
Mhm.
medpack.
And Tess would absolutely attempt that, so I'll give you a roll.
All right.
I get a +2 because I got med pack.
You
I
crit
did the fucking
failed,
thing again.
and you crit failed.
You crit.
Oh
Okay.
Jesus, yeah.
So that was like
That's
definitely
that's
not
11. Yeah,
11. It's a 15.
15. Yes.
Great.
Whoops.
So
You stab her.
Tess.
It's
Is
not
your
surgery.
mind on
It's not like I
Dash?
injure her.
No, I know, but just like, do
Well,
you have your mind on?
Probably
You
start
realize
doing-
that's not going anywhere, right?
Yeah. He gets what I want. I did words. I got
Well,
nothing else for you.
Just be careful. I don't know. Well, you're both human, and things could.
Oh, I'm not going to get pregnant. It's fine.
Okay, good. I just thought I'd check. You're only what, 15?
16. It's not like he's my
16.
first, anyway.
Well, just be careful is all I'm saying. But if you're
Thanks,
okay with it,
Mom.
then yeah, okay. Yeah, Hirani's fuck that shit, and she's not. Nope. Mm-mm.
Leilani has why they say Leilani? Sephora has a smirk on her face.
Oh, just wait until later.
I could teach you. It would help.
No, that doesn't work. You're talking nonsense. There's no such thing.
Do you
No,
notice how Rasan and I and Tess
That's
are
because you
all
didn't get
fully healed?
shot at as much.
Or, I could always do what I did before.
Yeah, did you see the stuff he did yesterday?
Yeah, I can do
It'll
that
help.
too.
No,
Oh,
no,
hey, we
he
can both do it.
just used a med pack.
Did I?
Fine.
I didn't
No.
know.
Yeah, no,
Well,
no.
surely we couldn't hurt anything by just laying our hands on you, right?
Right.
I don't
And if it
like
should-
being touched. Go away.
I thought you didn't like your back being touched. They won't poke your back.
Unless
How
we ask
about
us to.
you don't poke anything? No pokey.
Okay. How
We
about
could
I
just
teach
hold
you
your
the
hands.
dance?
No. Just
Teach
leave
you
me
to
alone.
meditate, it would help. Would have helped.
Fine.
You'd be fully healed up by now.
Nope. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's how it works.
No.
I taught Tess.
Good. I'm not doing that mumbo jumbo nonsense. You guys look ridiculous when you're doing it.
I'd
Didn't
rather
you
look
feel so much
ridiculous and
better
then feel better later.
when you almost were knocked out in that fight and I helped you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fine.
You just used a med pack on me.
Okay,
didn't.
Rasan is going to take out a med pack and be like, I can help. I'm gonna have to make a deception roll, but let me try.
Fine.
Okay. He's going to take out the med pack, make it look like he's
Can I
starting
attempt
to.
to aid him?
Aid.
Rasan is about to do a transfer.
Yeah, I'm picking up on that now. So, yeah, no, I can't really do much.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's gonna pretend like he's actually patching her up with the med pack, but he's actually going to make her use the force check.
Okay.
Wow! He's having a rough morning.
Apparently. Oh, that wouldn't have gotten anything. I think it might have gotten her level or something, if anything. I don't even think that. And I'm not burning a force point on this. Because there's no need to.
Yeah, it's a DC
You
15.
should really just
You could have tried to
you
aid
should really
anyway
just write
with
that
the use
stuff
the
on your
force.
sheet.
Yeah.
You really should.
I know.
Okay, so nothing happens. And she's like, well, you're as useless as Tess today.
Hey,
What did I do?
he's way more useless than I am.
Excuse you.
Anything, thank you very much.
How many
I was
times have I had to go to the hospital?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well-
Maybe I'll just go to the hospital.
Let's not go
Okay.
to the
Didn't
hospital.
you say that
Let's
you didn't want
never
them
go to
to?
the hospital.
Really? You want to go somewhere where you might end up on camera?
No, I just said that. I'm not going. Pretty sure Hirani would not want to go to the hospital.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
She likes possibly being. Dead.
Well,
Like
if you
dead.
ever decide you want to learn, I can teach you how to trance.
Never gonna happen.
It would help quite a bit. What's the harm in at least learning? If it doesn't work, then that's proof that it's all just mumbo jumbo, right? I mean, it's true. If you
And
learn
then you can
and
say
nothing
that-
happens,
And then you can say that you proved her wrong.
exactly.
Don't you want to be able to tell Savor that you were right and she was wrong?
Maybe
It
some
doesn't
other
ha-
day.
It doesn't happen very often.
I know. That's why she's not going to say yes. I'm well aware.
Yeah.
But
I
I,
think
mean,
it-
they're going to
I think at this
her.
point, yeah, I think at this point, Rasan is more teasing than actually trying to force it on her. Because he never actually has gotten her wound up. He wants to see what it's like.
It's fun.
Yeah, I think so far it's mostly been Tess a bit and Savor just prodding her about the Force.
Savor's going to lean a little closer to Rasan and be like, when there's no risk of anyone else or camera seeing, try floating just something little in front of her and see how she reacts.
Rasan's gonna give her this look like, I underestimated you. And kind of share a bit of a grin.
Savor just shrugs.
Oh god.
I mean, we're on the ship right now. You could just pull a glass of water over to you and like
True,
casually
and
sip it while
move
looking
light
her in the
object, I
eye.
don't think True, I don't think that move light object actually even needs a roll.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does?
Oh, it does.
Okay. Well, then Rasan will...
But the thing is, I was suggesting this for actually here. Because it's a lot funner when it's actually Lee having the reactions with her.
Yeah,
on it.
okay. Alright.
True.
It's more of a suggestion for later. I mean, we don't want her having a whole entire breakdown when we're about to leave.
True. We'll just do
Wait
it when
until
we
we're
get
on
back.
our way back.
Okay.
I think for move light object at your level, you probably don't have to roll for it.
It's just
It's a-
move light object, it's not move object.
Yes, I know. Move light object for a object less than 5 kilograms is a DC 10.
And I couldn't do that even if I crit failed. Because my
Yeah.
base is 11.
Oh, man, you could move a bag of sand.
If you wanted to use that as a projectile weapon, then the DC increases to 50.
Well, yeah, obviously. But he wouldn't be using it as a projectile weapon. Honestly, he probably would use it to move a pillow.
Or a glass of water or something.
All right. So, I guess to bed we go.
Yep, you guys have sleep, some better than others. Some of you have some nightmares.
Yeah.
Others
Yeah.
are, clear of conscience and don't have any nightmares.
My conscience.
Oh
is
yeah, Tess
clear,
is just
thank you
totally
very
out.
much.
She's never been more contented.
Okay, so you guys had a rest, had some interesting dreams. And the next morning, you guys are ready to lift off, and you have your coordinates. So I guess the question I have for you guys is, do you want to travel with the other ship?
I think
Probably
so,
would be
yes.
wise. Also, as we are waking up and getting ready to depart, Savor will notice Rasan with a data pad at his hip, kind of walking down the ramp, probably
Son,
meeting
where
Dash
are you
there.
going?
Oh, I'm gonna fly with them.
Why?
Dash said that he'd fly with you.
What?
Bye.
I
And
didn't
he's
agree to
gonna
this.
just,
I did not agree to this.
Rasan
Dash
is
is
just
on
like
the
gone.
abandoned ship. No. I did not agree to this.
Oh, he'll be
And,
fine.
A
No.
while later, Dash shows up.
I did not agree to this.
Break
Savor
her.
keeps
Dash.
Savor keeps the door to the ship closed so Dash can't get on. I didn't agree to this.
Come on, Savor.
I didn't
Knock,
agree
knock,
to this.
knock.
Just let him on the ship.
Why?
It's more like
I
clang,
don't
clang,
wanna
clang.
go with you two.
Oh, we'll behave, don't
Tess?
worry.
Will you really behave?
I'm trying. Yes, Savor. We won't
I
get
don't-
anything unless we're in hyperspace.
Giggity.
No.
Just think
Hello?
how peaceful and quiet the bridge will be. The poor boy's baking out there in the sun, Savor.
I would like to point out this ship isn't that big.
That's why you got rid of
Prison
Rasan.
cells are pretty soundproofed.
Can I just throw you both in the prison cell and just you guys just don't cause
Yes.
a ruckus?
Sounds good to me.
Sephora,
Do you think
opens
there are
the
binder
door.
cuffs in there?
I don't want to hear this. I do not want to hear this.
You open the door. Dash comes aboard.
Hi,
Hey,
Dash.
guys. Hi, Savor.
Savor is glaring at Dash.
What do you have against me? I'm much better in a fight than Rasan. At least I don't do flashy stuff.
Savor's still glaring.
It's true. He's never blown up somewhere we could have used as a base.
Still
Wait,
annoyed
he's done
about-
that before?
Yes.
Yes.
One other time.
You're not there.
Over the comm.
No,
not on
you're not
comm right
there.
now.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. So he has a thing for destroying bases. That's
Apparently.
that's unfortunate. I mean, you guys seem like you could use a base.
Yeah, the first place we found would have been fantastic.
Really? Where was it?
I'm not telling you.
All right.
On the moon.
On a moon? Well, there's lots of moons in the galaxy. Just not all of them have secret bases on them.
Perfect.
Yeah. Also, we're spending all our time in hyperspace in the brig, just so you know.
A brig, huh? Didn't know you were into that kind of play.
Okay, I don't want to hear any of that within my shot. If you don't shut the hell up, I am shooting you.
Touchy, isn't she? Do you think it's just she
A
hasn't
little
had
bit.
maybe
Shut up.
maybe I could try hooking
You
her
can join
up
in if you
with-
want, Savor.
Savor is reaching for a gun right now.
Right! To the brig we go!
To the brig! Bye, Savor, please let us out! Eventually.
Maybe I could hook her up with Venice. Yeah. She
That'd be
likes,
good for her.
she likes...
You're not out of earshot yet. I'll still shoot you. Ugh. Poor
I,
is going to have to yell at Rasan later.
So I locked the cat out, and I've already seen twice a paw appear below the door.
Earl.
Okay, so you guys set off to the location that you were given by Gavaro.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just check something. All right, so the trip takes 2 days.
Oh God. Also, that's the alarm card.
Okay, you want to go flip the chips? Flip them and add some more salt.
No.
Do you want to? Okay, she left. She always says no. Okay, so 2 days of poor Savor having to deal with Tess and Dash. Rasan gets some more stories from Guido and Venice. Mostly Guido this time because Venice is doing the piloting. But I mean, hyperspace. But you guys do a couple of hops. I'm sure every time you guys come out of hyperspace, you have to talk down some more about hooking up the two ships to have, Rasan back and Dash out of her hair. Yes,
And out of
Venice is
something
the
else.
pilot. Venice is the pilot. He's a Duros. Duros are natural pilots. Guido is the captain.
So where the fuck are we going?
You are heading to a small moon off the Perlemian trade route near Handouin. Not to be.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that was actually a thing on the map either.
Yeah, that sounds like someone took Han Solo's name and Tatooine and mixed them. Oh man,
Yeah.
those chips
Yeah,
smell
not to be
good.
confused with Tatooine, Dantooine, or Jantooine. This is Hantooine.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Star Wars. I just thought you should know.
So you're not going to actually Handouin, but you're going to a moon in that sector. Nothing too much comes out as you come out of hyperspace, besides the fact that there's not much here. It looks like a pretty standard moon and doesn't even look like it would be all that good to settle in. So you're like, why are these people living here? That's kind of, weird. Why bother, right? There's so many other planets that have better resources and stuff.
Yeah, they can live on Hantooine.
Because I've been muted for the past 6 minutes.
Oh, you wanted to say something?
No, I was just
That explains a lot.
commenting out loud because if they wanted to hide and not attract attention.
I mean, assuming they want to hide. So you guys approach the planet. Zero, are you back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you approach the planet, who of everyone is looking out the window or checking stuff?
Oh, Rasan is probably looking out the window by now.
I mean, Savor kind of has to.
Yeah, you're on approach to.
Yeah,
to
Tess is.
Okay, so give me perception checks.
Dash, get your hand off of Tess. Not the time.
Why? It's such a comfortable.
I'm not there, but I was just
handle.
making.
Is Dash at least looking outside?
No.
I mean, if
He's
Tess is
a
there.
little preoccupied, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
just
probably
a bit
very
preoccupied.
preoccupied.
He's trying to distract Tess, apparently. Okay, so Rasan and Savor, you look out the window, or are, piloting. And there's one thing you notice on your approach. Well, two things, actually. One, you're not hailed by, local
Authorities.
authorities.
Hmm.
Two, beside the pretty dusty, bare bones airport, spaceport, there's a pretty new looking prefab facility that looks kind of familiar, especially because of the symbols on it.
Oh,
Because of the symbols on it? What?
Yeah, they're all marked with the imperial symbols, and
What?
it looks, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a barracks, like a building, lots of area to house either ground troops and
Does
their
it look?
own
You said it was
hangar. Yeah, it all looks fairly new, especially compared to the actual village that it is alongside. The village itself looks pretty shabby, old, but serviceable. I mean, cozy, maybe, but not all that impressive. And then there's this thing that kind of stands out because it seems like all brand new. But
new. So
we haven't been hailed or anything, though.
yeah.
no, you haven't. And the closer you get, you realize that there's a lot of space for tanks and what is it, ATs, but there's no equipment there, and there
That's
doesn't seem
weird.
to be any movement either. It looks like it's been abandoned.
That is very weird.
Savora is going to open the comm to the other ship. Because she wants to ask them if these guys have ever been here for a drop off before.
Okay, so you hail the ship. Guido answers. Yep. Is everything all right?
You've been here before, have you? Yes,
Not entirely, no.
What the fuck is with all the Imperial shit?
Did you put another timer for the chips?
Yes.
Well, how about we land and then I explain?
We're not gonna be dealing with a shit ton of Imperials, will we?
Nope, not to worry.
Okay, fine. And that's the other alarm. God damn it.
I'm gonna go check on that because it was 9 minutes for the second half, so I want to see how they look. I'll be right back.
So this sounds sketchy.
Oh yeah.
It definitely sounds sketchy. Rasan is both paranoid and a little bit more relieved at the same time.
Yeah, Tess and Dash are pretty hurriedly getting dressed and sorted out.
Yeah. Savor really doesn't like this.
We all gonna die.
And it'll be Rasan's father's uncle's fault.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Sigh.
That's what you get for having relatives.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep. Yeah, it's not like we'll ever interact with any of Tess's.
I will be genuinely surprised if we do before level 12. You don't really get off planet all that much. If it was anybody, it would probably be her younger brother, who is likely next in line to be a senator, with, you know, Einar missing, or Einar dead and her missing.
Which will be awkward.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that's assuming he doesn't get taken off to torture Hogwarts, which he might.
Well, if he's force sensitive, doesn't necessarily always run in families. Though
Not necessarily, but they'll probably pay special attention to him to make
yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Great, but I'm gonna have to mute myself so much to eat them.
Good.
I like the implication that Tess was looking out the window without getting dressed.
Yeah.
Oh.
This has her head, like, you know, up high enough to see through it.
Okay, so now we have to deal with the ship coming in on what looks Imperial controlled.
All right, so you guys land. And again, you aren't really hailed by the spaceport. And by spaceport, I'm being very generous. It's a landing zone that's pretty abandoned. It's got one or two ships that look pretty shabby and probably haven't flown in ages.
Mm-hmm.
And like a booth with like a tower. So it's nothing very fancy. This is as rural as it gets. It probably makes Tessa's homeworld look not backwaterish.
Wow, that's
impressive.
That's impressive. Do we see any movement around the ship once we land? Like anything?
Yeah, a single speeder bike comes up to the Blade's Hope and is waiting for them when they get off.
Savor turns, looks at Tess, and's like, "Got your hair and shit covered, so you're not recognized immediately."
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right.
We can get shot by stormtroopers.
We better not be, but if we do, I have my guns ready to shoot the fuck back. Let's go. And Savor's gonna head towards getting out of the ship because she wants to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, Rasan is like kind of sticking to the other people fairly closely.
So Rasan, you're closer to things happening.
Yes.
When Guido gets off the ship, he approaches the person on the speeder bike.
Mm-hmm.
He's an older, kind of stocky-looking Twi'lek.
Hmm.
He's got a prosthetic leg
Okay.
and has an eye patch.
Oh my god, is he a pirate?
Why would you assume he's a pirate just because he has an eye patch?
And a peg leg?
It's not a peg leg, it's a prosthetic.
Sorry. And that was me out of character anyway, so.
He smiles at Guido and says, "So you are the two ships were coming in from the senator?" And Guido nods. We have your supplies, and we have some med supplies as well. And he looks extremely grateful. I will calm my people so that they can help unload the supplies then. And he does just that as you guys are coming in. And as Savora and the others approach, Leela kind of hangs back so that you don't go meet the Twi'lek immediately. She's like, well, I suppose we should have spoken about this earlier, but
You think?
yeah. Well, there's no danger. There used to be troops here. About half a year ago. They came in about a year ago, and for 6 months basically took over this moon. Martial law, rations got cut, and everyone got put to work. They're gone now because they have what they wanted from this place, and they've basically abandoned these people. This used to be a farming moon, but as you probably noticed when we came in, there is no farms left. And yeah, as you came in, everything looks pretty barren. It doesn't look like this could grow anything. So you're like, how could this possibly have been farming moon? And you're fairly
How could
familiar
this
with
possibly
farming
have been
moons.
farming moon?
Well, until they showed up, this was a pretty standard community of farmers, and they grew stuff here. But you saw the fields. The new farming. The Empire decided to farm their own stuff here. They took over the fields, made them grow the seeds that the Imperials gave them, and when they were done, there were no nutrients left in the soil. This place is not going to grow anything anymore.
That's horrible.
What?
So basically, they ran this place dry and then went off to the next moon.
Why does that not surprise me?
Surprise me at all. I'm guessing this is a regular occurrence.
It's fairly recent, or at least that we've realized, but they do seem to be looking for backwater planets like this, small farming communities that no one will miss. They come, plant their seeds. It's what they use for the rations that they feed to the army. And once that is grown and harvested, they just leave the place. They don't care what happens to the people who live here. And for the most part, they're really small communities, so
No ships to get out and find somewhere else to live.
whoever had ships left this place as soon as they could. The rest,
Out in backwater places nobody would ever notice.
Yeah, that's definitely concerning.
so
You do
Senator-
realize this is a temporary solution, though, just giving them food. Like, these people should leave.
yeah, well, this is a temporary solution, I know. But I mean, we don't know where to take these people for now. So we're just keeping them fed and figuring out where to go. We need to find a place for them, and we need to find a way to get them off planet, but we don't have enough money to do that.
Did they leave behind any way to prove that the Empire basically ran this place dry? Like, besides just, oh yeah, they were here and then they left, and oh yeah, for some reason the planet now is dry as a bone. Like, is there any proof that would be
No.
useful to show other planets and be like, hey, just a warning, if this happens, this is what you're going to be dealing with?
Not really. No. The base has been wiped clean. There's nothing there really, besides just prefab buildings. And they're pretty just paper thin. They're just there for the time that they were here. Honestly, this place was quiet, kept their heads down, and nothing much happened. But we've heard that some other places have tried fighting back and just got
Wiped
obliterated.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
That seems to be what they do.
Oh yeah.
They get what they want, and well,
And that's all they care
And this
about.
is the outer rim.
they
one
control the
cares.
information going out. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
No one cares about the outer rim, so
So, anyways, they're probably going to need help. I mean, if you're willing to, it would be nice if we could, if you want to get to know these people and see what we're working for. But this is basically what we've been doing. It's not easy to find these places either. They usually don't have communication outwards.
probably deliberate. Let the people starve to death.
We don't really have a lot of places to take people.
No.
No. Let's just get the supplies off the ships and to who it's supposed
Yep.
to go to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you start working. I'm guessing everyone pitches in with that.
Mm-hmm.
Speeders are provided to get everything on there and brought to the center of the village, and everyone is pretty much out on the streets. And you see people who, I mean, it's not like they lived the best life anyways. But they made a living. They had what they needed here. They grew everything they needed, and there wasn't that much trade outward either. But now it's like everything is, a bit on the older side. You see, they all look tired and worn down, and just they're really, really grateful for the supplies you bring and what medical help you have. You notice that the back does not in the stuff that is brought here, but there is some medical supplies that got taken to this planet. You're guessing they took the Bacta somewhere else that was in more
Bacta
need
would
of it.
be useless here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not that many injured.
they
I
don't-
mean,
Well, and they don't probably have the technology to utilize it properly either.
yeah. But they're extremely grateful for the food because that's pretty much what they need. And you can tell, like, they've lost a lot of weight in the last year.
Mhm.
So people who've been working their whole lives pretty, they work field, so pretty built in that sense, but been starved for a year and are now on working with what little they have. So they're very grateful, and they're like all so happy when you give them the food and stuff. Give me perception checks.
Holy shit!
Did you just nat?
Yep.
Huh, not terrible.
I mean, it would explain why Nida We're a little uncomfortable with all this.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot uncomfortable with all this.
Yep. Well,
She probably has
she's
her mouth
probably
full
muted.
of food.
Yes. Like I said, I have to mute myself to eat chips. Okay, Savor. As you're distributing the cargo to these people, you notice that most of the other crew is also doing the same thing. But you notice that Dash is mostly like playing with his data pad and hanging around, especially Tess.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Tess would absolutely be bugging him to actually do work.
Yeah, he does work, but like he'll like stop and play with his data pad
That's
once in a while.
concerning.
Is Savor okay? Savor wants to move a little closer to her son and wants to make sure Tess is out of earshot because I mean she's distracted. She's helping people. Looks at her son and is like, "We need to get a hold of Dash's data pad as soon as possible."
Yep.
I don't know how sneaky you are, but I should be able to get a hold of it. But once I do, you think you can poke around in it? I don't like how distracted he is with that thing, even in a place like this.
Yep.
Savora's going to keep working on handing stuff out and everything, but she's keeping an eye on Dash. She's basically waiting for him to stop poking with the data pad so she can find a point to steal it, but there's no point. Okay. So okay, she is keeping a very close eye on Dash, and like, does he ever move away from Tess, or is there a point where he's moving to grab more supplies to basically hand out more shit, like moving away from her?
He honestly keeps pretty close to Tess all the time. Tess does get on his case about, stop playing with that and help me. And he's like, I'm just keeping track of everything and seeing who it goes to and who needs it more. That's all. But eventually she convinces him that, you should probably help hand things out instead of just keeping track of things. I'm doing all the work here. And he sighs, shoves it, clips his data pad to his belt. And it's like, okay. And he starts, helping hand out supplies or bring the boxes from the speeders to where they're handing out stuff.
Yeah. Once he's moving to get more stuff from one of the boxes, Savora's gonna walk towards him, basically looking like she was going to be grabbing more from the same box. Fuck, if I screw this up, it's gonna probably be bad. She's going to try and still as stealthy as possible try and swipe that data pad, because she does not like this at all.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Are you fucking serious? I have a plus 12 in stealth.
You can roll those, can't you?
No, that's me.
No,
Or was that? Oh yeah.
I can. Are you fucking serious? So it's obvious he notices, right?
Yeah, you go to grab the data pad, and as you try to tug it from his belt, he feels it and he looks back.
Okay.
Looks down at the data pad in her hand, then looks up at you. And he's like, what are you doing?
Savora moves her hand away from the data pad, puts it on her shoulder, and says, "We need to talk for a second now," and tries to move him away from Tess. Does he let
Tess
her?
is just gonna let that happen.
He glances at Tess, looks back at Savor, sighs. All right, fine.
Okay. And Savora moves him off to the side. Does a quick glance in Rasan's direction, but then keeps moving. So she's basically wants to move more out of earshot of Tess.
Mm-hmm. Rasan is going to take, I guess, Dash's spot and start helping Tess unload more supplies.
All right. You're part of this crew. You know what you're supposed to be doing here, and you are far too interested in that data pad that you keep pointing at Tess.
What? No.
Yes, you are.
Look, I'm just keeping track of the supplies and who it's going to and how much we have left and all of that.
But you're pointing it at Tess and not the supplies.
I'm not
And honestly, if one was gonna keep track of the supplies and make sure it goes to the right people, you think it would be the captain in charge of all of this.
Well, as you can see, he's busy talking with our contact here.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't explain.
Besides, I don't have to point it anywhere. I'm just keeping track of information here.
Exactly. You don't have to point it anywhere, but it was always directly pointing towards Tess.
Okay, fine. Tess is cute, all right? I might have wanted to take a few holo shots of her. That's it. Can't.
Without her permission.
I
I mean, Tess seems to be interested in you. I really think she'd be willing to, let you take pictures of her instead of, you being distracted from helping these people and instead taking pictures of her without her permission.
But the candid shots are so much better.
No, they're creepy.
I'll show them to her later.
Will you? I don't believe you.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You can even ask Tess later.
No, I'd rather take a look at that data pad of yours. I mean, if it really is just candid shots of Tess, then there's no reason I can't take a look at it.
He grabs his data pad and starts doing something without...
Up. Nope. You start poking around without me being able to see what you're doing, that's just going to make you look really bad really quickly.
He stares at you.
Let me see it without you poking at it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh God, I suck at these. This is a point where I really wish I had my trick, but I don't.
'Tis a shame.
I suck at persuasion.
Listen,
It would be easier just to scare him.
You are not Tess's mom. If I have to show this to anyone, it should be Tess. It is none of your business.
I will say this, though. Tessa's mother isn't here. Tess is still 16, and she's pretty damn naive sometimes. And the closest thing she has to a parent right now trying to keep her from getting into any more shit than is needed. And I don't like the fact that you're giving way too much attention to a fellow crew member and apparently taking creeper shots of her, basically.
Look, I'll talk to Tess, all right?
I want to see that data pad.
This is my data pad. I don't have to show it to you.
You don't have to, but the fact you're refusing to is just making me all the more concerned about you.
I'll show it to Tess.
You'll show her what you want to show her. That's not the same thing.
I think this is about long enough that Tess is going to be getting kind of suspicious and heading over there.
Is
And
Rasan
Rasan is
heading?
not. Oh, he's not gonna stop her because it's like,
No, I'm more of, is Rasan following her?
oh yes, he is.
Okay, so about this time, yeah, Tess, you're like, well, where did support? And the thing is, actually, give me a perception check.
Okay.
I really wish this thing had an insight, but whatever.
I really wish it did too.
Mm-hmm.
Because insider and perception
Should
are
I as
very
well?
different things.
Okay, so yeah, you're like, well, what's going on here? Like, support took Dash away, and it's been a while, and they're out of earshot, and you're like, is Savor giving Dash like a hard time? I bet she's making sure that Dash doesn't go back on the ship when you guys go back. So like, typical Savor. So you go looking for them, and I mean it's not too hard to find them. And this place doesn't really have many hidey holes. They just went, around the corner of a house or something. And
Right.
your perception is pretty low, so you don't really tell the tenseness between the two.
Could I tell the tenseness
Yes.
since I'm following? And I know a little bit more about what's going on.
Give me a perception check.
Oh yes, I do.
God.
Oh yes, I do.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got from Savor what was going on, and like something shady is going on. You can see the tenseness between the two, and the fact that whatever Savor was asking him to do, he's not happy about it, and he is not doing whatever it is. Hey, Tess, your friend here is, she thinks she's your mom for some reason.
I didn't say
Well,
that.
she does tend to think that. So what are you giving Dash a hard time about?
Well, I mean, he seems to. You know what? Fuck it. Savar's keeping a very close eye on Dash. Like, if his hand moves towards that data pad to poke at it at all right now, she's going to be fucking pissed. But she says, apparently he's been taking creeper shots of you while you've been working. He refuses to show me what's on this data pad that's so important, which makes me question what else might be on it. And honestly, he's just been very defensive and I don't like it.
Is this all true, Dash?
I gave a dramatic sigh and I was muted.
I could hear it. It was amusing.
Okay, here we go again. Listen, I was just taking some pictures of you because you're so cute, especially when you're helping people. Can you blame a guy? I know our thing is not going to last. I mean, you know it's not going to last.
Without her permission.
I was going to show you the
And
shots
refusing
later.
to show me when I got worried.
Because it's none of your business.
Well, I want to make sure because you had me concerned.
Besides, some of these pictures you really shouldn't see them because,
Oh ho. And that doesn't sound like a creeper shot at all.
Mm-hmm.
But to
You
be
really
honest,
want
Rasana,
pictures?
I
You
really,
should have
it would
asked me.
it would really clear
I
things
could
up.
give you some really good ones.
I told you, if you had just asked her, she would be totally up for it.
Well, I can show. I already said I am going to show them to Tess because and she can control the data pad if she wants, and she can choose which ones to stay and which ones to delete because they're her pictures.
But as I said, when I pointed out that I wanted to see what was on his data pad, he immediately started poking at it, despite the fact I couldn't see anything, which is concerning to me. Got defensive immediately, and he said that he would show you things later, but that's really controlling things that he would show you. And I want to know what else is on that data pad that was so important while we were doing all this work that your crew is doing right now.
Dash, you seem like a nice fellow and everything, but you're showing that data pad to Rasan, and he's going to take a look at it, because this isn't the first time you've been messing around with it.
wait, what?
Questionable
Really?
times.
Oh, really?
Huh. Rasan's gonna walk up and kind of hold out his hand. I'll be gentle.
Tess, give me a persuasion check.
There it is.
Much, much better.
Are you sure you want Rasan to see these before you see them?
I'm
Would you
going to
like
regret
the-
it, but yes.
Okay, fine. He hands over the data pad to Rasan.
Okay. Rasan's just gonna take a look through it. He is going to deliberately skim over the inappropriate ones if he finds any of them, but he's also gonna look discreetly for other things that Zavor might have been suspicious about, like, say,
People
there was a way-
contacted.
yeah, people contacted, potential things like that. Any
Okay.
No.
Well, give me a use computers check.
Okay. And I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna roll it twice anyway, even if I see if crit.
Thank you, computer wizard.
And a crit!
To see if I crit.
37!
I'd just like to say, God damn it, Rasan.
And Rasan's like, oh, this one's. Oh. Not going to get that one. What does he find?
Okay, so, well, it does have some encryption, but it's baby's play. You notice that while the outside of this data pad seems fairly standard, you do realize that it does have HoloNet capabilities, and he seems to be able to kind of soft hijack this ship system to boost its signal. And he has been sending quite a lot of messages
To whom and what?
during your first foray with the pirates, to a comm link that you recognize is the Blade Hopes. So he's basically been keeping in contact with his crew, letting them know where they are, what they're up to, and everything. And it's not just that, but you also find in the recordings and such, even though they're hidden under a layer of encryption, that there's a bunch of, the typical shots that you'd probably expect from a guy who's dating a hot chick, just like candid pictures of Tess doing either cool stuff or looking off into the distance or meditating or practicing with her blade. You do find a couple from them when they're
those ones are the ones that he's just kind of like swiping across and not actually looking at.
Yeah, but they're few and far between. Most of them are, Tess looking either badass or cute.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that's...
There's a couple of recordings that are more than just stills.
Oh.
There's a recording of Tess explaining, like, how she escaped the Imperials and pretty much telling Dash about her adventures so far. Though you notice that she left out a couple things. And obviously you're kind of fast forwarding through this because...
Yeah, I'm sure that I have ways of like speed reading and stuff like that to find the pertinent information.
And these are recordings, so they're not like you're not speed reading. They're holo bits. But
like...
you just like fast forward through them. There's also some shots during the battle.
What?
Wait, what?
Of Tess fighting the pirates.
Huh. Is there any other?
And there's a couple of shots of like the rest of the crew. Including you using the Force to...
Yeah, those are deleted. like without even pausing, those are just like nope.
Does the videos of Tess fighting also include when she battle striked and when she used a destiny point to survive something she should have died?
Well, I mean, using a point to not die. I mean, it looks like her being a badass, really. It doesn't...
True enough.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on a hastily hidden data pad recording.
Yeah.
While hiding behind a bunch of boxes in the corner.
But does it include the blade strike?
Yes. And there's also the shot of like her dodging at the last minute.
And probably her using Surge to jump up.
Oh fuck, she used Surge, right?
Yeah.
So Rasana's gonna look this over very carefully and be like, There's a lot more candid shots and vids than I kind of expected from a normal hormonal guy. Why were you recording during the fight?
He was recording different.
I'm pretty cute. I get that.
No.
But
No. He wasn't
seems
just
like-
recording you.
But have you seen her fight?
He wasn't just recording you.
In the fight?
No.
Really?
And Rasan is gonna look right at him and be like, dude, first of all, a 4-year-old could have broken through your encryption.
Ouch.
When I was 4, I was writing better encryptions than that. Anyway, what interest do you have in capturing us this much? By the way, hate to tell you this, but there's some things on here not cool to keep.
At this point,
even though I know that.
Rasan, you feel
Oh, sorry,
a
go ahead.
rather big hand fall on your shoulder from behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And Venus goes, I think this is something you guys shouldn't be discussing out in the open.
So let's get back in the ship.
And Dash looks extremely grateful to see his crew here to save him from these angry
Us?
kids.
Sephira's not a kid, thank you very much. But yes, she is angry.
And Venus looks at Savora and is like, you won't be needing to use that. And he looks down at the stun baton that she was inching towards.
Be glad I was reaching towards a stun baton and not a gun, because I really don't trust this kid now. But Savora moves her hand away.
To be honest, much of it, I think, well, Rasan's gonna be like, well, and then he's gonna gesture towards the ship.
All right, you guys go back to the ship, and by this time, like things had started to wind down. You've
Mhm.
been working for a while before this all happened. So you guys go back to their ship because it's
Yeah.
bigger
Mm-hmm.
and has more space.
Yep.
So you guys go back to their ship, and Guido, Venus, and Dash are there. Leela stayed behind to look after the rest, the
Mhm.
final box distribution and stuff. So you guys are brought in, sit down. Dash looking kind of mortified that he got caught out on this.
You really think that? I'm surprised he was so easy to give it to Rasan when he should know better.
He
Well,
hasn't actually seen Rasan slice into shit. He doesn't know how good Rasan is.
it's not just that, but Tess did persuade him, and it was Tess who told him to do it. So you guys sit down, and Guido kind of crosses his arms, looks at you all. Dash was working under my orders, and I was working under Gavarl's orders.
How much of this was sent? This does have HoloNet capabilities.
All of it besides today's footage.
Why?
Because we want to show the truth behind what happened to the princess.
That seems like a bad idea for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
Well,
And also, if there were videos of us in the fight, I want those deleted.
working on it.
Also, some of the videos of me I'd like not put publicly.
Yeah, well, those, if they were put publicly, and Rasan is just
I'd
going to
kill
look at
Dash.
Dash, I'll ruin you.
I'd kill him if he sent any of those out publicly, and you wouldn't be able to stop me.
They look a bit confused. Which ones? Dash is like, no, don't worry about it. Those nothing.
Rasan's grin is very shark-like.
He's just red. Like, nope, those don't know what you're talking about.
It took us 2 days to get here. You figure out the rest yourself.
Venus is like, Dash, really?
Really?
Anyways,
Had to pass the time.
he wasn't supposed to take that kind of.
Well,
Dash.
That's actually the part we're least angry about.
If anyone
Yeah, that's not
has
really the
right-
concern. That's
Yeah,
honestly,
as long as
that
Tess isn't
fight-
bothered by that, that one doesn't bother.
Uh-huh. Honestly, that fight is the thing that I'm most unhappy about.
Honestly, I'm unhappy if there's any pictures of me on there.
Why would you be
So-
concerned about your pictures showing up with Tess as companions when you're on the HoloNet shown as a dreadful mercenary who's captured Tess?
So I take it that you've at least seen part of the fight?
Oh, we've been editing them already.
What?
I'd like to go over that just to
Um,
make sure that things can't be unedited easily.
that seems like something you should have probably come to me about if you're gonna. Why do you want to put the true story of what I've been up to out
And
there?
also,
We gave
And also,
no
I
permission to this.
Well, we didn't expect you to give permission.
did you ever even think that we might
Okay.
have cooperated at all? If
I
you had
wouldn't have.
mentioned why?
Well,
Yeah, you wouldn't have,
That's
but I
actually it,
would
I
have.
wouldn't.
yeah, the why
I
is
would have offered to help with the
the
editing.
why is my question.
We weren't going to show anything unless we got Tessa's approval, but it was better for you to not know while the shots were being taken. We wanted them to be the truth and not you acting. No, apparently
can't
that wasn't
act to save my
necessary
life
because
anyway,
you
so-
guys are pretty good at fighting, apparently. Those are some pretty great shots.
We've needed to be good at fighting, or else we'd be dead by this point.
Tess, we want your story out because the Empire is lying about you. And it's the one place where we do have all the proof necessary to prove that they're lying and that they've been doctoring those videos about not just you, but your companions. And he looks at Sabor specifically at this.
That is true.
And
And
if
it would be good for my family to know what actually happened to me.
yes, that is a great point. And once this promo vid is done, we will not only have you fighting the pirates, but also giving the supplies to people who really need it, who have been thanking you all day very happily. And I think that will paint a great picture for Princess Tasavia, savior of those in need, who have been abandoned by the Empire.
You realize this is going to put the biggest target on her back.
She already has a target on her back.
and
Yeah,
it's gonna
but
be
that
bigger.
is more of a reacquire. This might be more of an assassinate.
This is going to be a spit in the face of the Empire, which, don't get me wrong, I would love to see, but it will get Tess killed. Because at least by this point, they want her alive. After this, they might want her dead.
Well, that's up to Tess, isn't it?
Yes, well, if my face is in
I
any
mean-
of those videos, I don't want them there.
If they kill me, then I become a martyr figure, right?
Yep, we can spin that too. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some people to outright fight the Empire in your name.
So what, do you want Tess to end up getting killed so she can become your martyr?
No, I would much rather her lead them.
No, that's a fair point.
Glance at Tess.
You obviously haven't been around Tess long enough.
Like I said, Tess, this is up to you. We have the videos we need now to finish the promo. We can finish it tonight. You can see it, you can think of the consequences, and let us know if you're willing to work this with us. But you saw the people out there today. You've seen what they've done. You could make a difference.
We can't have Savor's face, Hirani's face, or Rasan's face, or any shots of the Crimson Phoenix in it.
Well, luckily for you, the Crimson Phoenix has been a bit busy getting repaired.
That's true.
The fire spray would have the target on it then.
Yeah, but it's a generic looking fire spray.
For now.
Yeah, it is. Are you sure about that? Because Savor, you realize this could be your chance to clear your name as not being the one to
Kidnap her.
kidnap the princess. It might get some bounty hunters off your back.
But I'm
Not all.
pretty sure your shots are a lot clearer than the ones they've been using with me so far.
To be honest, you had your back to Dash for most of the fight, so you can kind of see, curls and some horns, red skin. There's not that clear.
So you've seen all of the videos, right?
Yep.
There
And
better
no,
be-
we're not using the ones where you're using the force.
Much obliged there.
That would be bad.
Good.
That would be
We
terrible.
don't want any,
Extra unwarranted
Well,
attention.
I mean,
Uh,
they already know that I
Well,
can use the
yeah.
Force.
That was kind of the whole point that they wanted you.
Yeah, they know about you.
Yeah. But
Actually, we managed to make it seem like that, the box was moved by Tess.
Oh, good.
I'd like to see that editing job. Make sure that it's not choppy.
But we're still not sure of using that, because if we don't think it's a good idea to broadcast to the whole universe that Tess is force sensitive.
No.
Yeah, that would not be wise.
That would be very bad.
So most likely we're leaving that one out.
Good.
Alright,
And-
fair enough.
Anything force related, please.
She looks pretty heroic without it.
She looks like
She's
an
a
idiot.
natural.
I do my best.
Ugh. Reckless idiot, that's what you are.
Thank you, Savor.
So
you
we're
guys
still
are
wanna
kind of
know
laying
if
on a
we
little
can
thick. I get it. I'm awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to at least make sure, because you realize you're pretty much doing an anti-propaganda propaganda.
Yes, that's the idea.
Mm-hmm. And if it looks clearly edited, then that'll be 1 point in the Empire's favor. And you realize that they are going to probably try and look for ways to show that this is edited.
Yes, we're aware.
Is Rasan in this at all? Because I'm going to point out he has a resemblance to a senator's wife.
No, he's not a senator.
Wait, no, he's not a senator.
No, senator, like someone who works with the Empire.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Although it's
I want to make sure
I don't
you
think
can't
Cavaro.
be-
I don't think my uncle his wife would be really known, because he's just a bodyguard.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah,
But
he's
if they're
just a
trying
body-
to dig up dirt,
Although
it would be kind of hard.
And the
Most of the
humanocentric empire is not very well known for
True.
being able to tell aliens apart. So
okay, I'll give you that. That is true.
Yeah, both Savor and Rasan were not the focus of the recordings. So
Mhm.
most of the shots where you guys show up, it's the back, because for most of the fight, Dash was behind you guys.
Yeah.
You-
So you at least didn't get a clear shot of my face, right?
Nope.
Well, as long as there isn't a shot of my
Alright.
face, I'm fine with it. But Tess has to approve it.
And let Rasan take a look at it as well, I think.
Oh, yes. Rasan will be the one
Oh,
who
you
can
can-
tell if you guys suck at editing or not.
you can bet.
Beyond that? Yeah, sure.
This is going to get you killed, Tess.
Everything I do is going to get me killed.
This
She's
is
got a
going to get
point.
you killed quicker.
At
This
least
is dumb.
At least if she gets killed this way, her death will have meaning.
Don't encourage push
That
her
is-
to do more reckless things, please.
Some more.
She doesn't need it.
I appreciate your concern. This is not your decision.
I know it's not, but I can still point out it's stupid.
Just
I
think of
can't
the
stop
comfort
you,
that it'll
I can
bring my parents and my brother. Know that I'm not, being dragged around by some as a black warlord or
fuck,
something.
This is gonna be seen by everyone, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Oh,
You
fuck.
realize to put this on the HoloNet, you'll have to go through a lot of their slicers too, because they probably have a whole team monitoring for stuff like this to shut this kind of information down.
Yes. That's why we
trust-
were thinking of, getting your help to do that.
Well, it's not like they're not already out to get me for slicing. Might as well.
Great. I'm glad you guys approve of our idea.
I really don't.
I'm
I'd
still
I'd
pissed
like-
off, but
Yeah, like I will
Because I
tolerate
totally
this if
would
Tess
have-
is okay, but this pisses me off.
I
I wish
totally
you'd
would
been
have
a
been
little
more
bit more
inclined to help
upfront. I
if you
almost
had told-
stabbed Dash.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Dash looks like, wait, what?
Dude, I was totally prepared to.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
cute and all, but if you'd been an Imperial spy, yeah, dude, I was gonna stab you.
Yeah,
you're
I was gonna
lucky
shoot you.
Yeah, you're lucky I wasn't reaching for my kid.
Okay. No, no Imperial spy. Nope, that's not me. Nuh-uh.
Good.
Samora looks at the other
You can-
two on the crew and is like, you could have lost that kid, you realize, right? Because you weren't up front with us.
Well, to be fair, Leela really wanted to tell you up front, but Gavarl insisted on leaving you in the dark until the last minute.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did.
Leela would have definitely insisted, I know, because she knows I'm extremely paranoid.
We may not have gone through with this if we hadn't thought this was a good idea. Part of the whole not telling you up front was also Dash and us watching you fight and seeing, how you dealt with things.
Poorly.
And,
Yeah, that's fair.
well, if we're gonna have Princess Cesavia here be the face of our little uprising, we needed to make sure that she was the type of person who would want to do that.
Probably could have found that out within the first 5 minutes of talking to her.
Yeah, she's dumb like that. It's pretty fucking obvious.
I'd say she's more honest with
Thank
herself.
you some more.
You're welcome.
I mean, she's a
Jeez.
bit gullible, but
And reckless and impulsive.
And a little
but
bloodthirsty.
we'll be there to guide you and help you.
I love you guys. You're all great. Thank you.
Hey, at least we're honest.
Tess, there is one thing you have to keep in mind. And the Rhodian Guido's looking at you. While this will make
Yeah.
your family know that you're okay and not, it might put your family in danger.
The Empire is not above petty things.
That's
like
true.
Making
They-
accidents happen.
Yeah, what Rasan said, I guess.
We can, I mean, it's up to you. We can try and relocate them. But
I-
honestly, I think our best bet would be to put your mother and brother, at least, in contact with the senator. Senator Tinra. The more they're in the public eye, the harder it'll be for the Empire to kill them.
That's
My
fair.
brother, yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
If they go into
I mean,
hiding,
with
then
what we've seen
they
today,
might... Yep.
the same fate that befell this moon could easily befall Lost Garden in the future.
Yeah. If you've got farming ground, it may well happen.
That's like 90%, well, like 90% of the ground there, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're on board with this. And Rasan, I guess we'll be counting on your help to prepare the vids.
Alrighty.
This is gonna be
I'd also like to know who else was editing them. Just to get a feel for them. if
to
I'm gonna
know
be
who
working
saw
with
the
them.
unedited and all.
And if I'm going to be working with them, I'd like to get to know them a little bit more.
I think it was Leela with Guido helping.
Oh. Oh gosh. Are they even really trained in use computer?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay. Let's just see how well they do.
Out
Well,
of character, Guido's a noble,
Okay.
but yeah, Leela's a scoundrel. So
well, I'm trusting you, Rasan, that you won't let anything go out to public view that you're positive won't be seen through immediately.
Oh, trust me. I'll take my time and make sure it's done properly.
Yeah.
and
Well,
I'm
good.
expecting Hirani to be like, I better not show up anywhere on those videos.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Once these things go public, I know I'm getting ear. Suck.
Thankfully, most of those shots are from the back.
We can only
Well, I'm still gonna
we
get
can only
an
make out like
What?
half of what you said there, Zio.
earful. She's gonna get an earful once these things go public.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Well,
get
let's
so
hope that
much
this doesn't point a different target on Rasan's back.
shit. Yeah.
Because while they might not know his aunt and how she looks, his father was a Jedi.
Yeah, that's what Savora's going to be expecting a call with all that shit.
All right. So, what we doing? Going through and re-editing
Well,
and all that?
You gotta do that, and I still
Mhm.
have a deal to uphold with looking at their ship's weapons.
Yep,
so-
yep.
All right, so we'll end there.
Oh, actually, perfect timing.
And yeah, you basically help them. I'm assuming you're taking your time to do this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it'll
I'm going to be
work
taking 20
perfect.
probably to
Yeah.
make it perfect and make sure that they can't see through it.
So it'll take you a day or two, but I mean, you've got probably spending the day there, getting to know everyone, probably taking more shots of, the Imperial presence that was here, the fact that they're not there, and how.
Oh yeah, more dramatic, and then probably also shots of how the land was completely and totally
Yeah.
like.
So whatever they can
eradicated,
get
more
out
or
of this
less.
place, and editing that, you've got 2 days to go back.
Yep.
Gavarl is notified that you guys kind of learn about things faster than expected.
Oh,
Surprise!
I'm pretty sure that he might have gotten an encoded message from Rasan being like, next time, make sure that the people who you're going behind the backs of to do something with aren't gonna find out about it so easily.
Yeah, he underestimated Savora's paranoia and how skilled Rasan was.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably part of the test. Like, it's good that you're that paranoid because it's what's necessary to do this kind of work and not get
But
killed.
at the same time, it's like, dude, he's both impressed and annoyed with his uncle at this point.
I'm pretty sure he feels
Okay,
the
well,
same way.
Gonna actually
Ending
shut
scene?
this off now then.
Cool.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Night, guys.